All right, I'll give it about 25, 30 seconds more. All right, well, I'm going to get started. Thank you all for being here. Those of you joining online. All right, uh, welcome to another session of Innovate with Nate. As you know, as I do these, you know that I love to show you how to create opportunities for yourself. And today is one of those. So today we're going to talk about something super practical, and it's how to spot opportunities in neighborhoods before anybody else does through geographical farming. So it's all about understanding the turnover rate. And once you know how to calculate it, you can you can stop guessing and actually start being a smart farmer or farming smarter. So you might say, hey, Nate, are you pushing geographical farming because that's old school? It doesn't work, so on and so forth. I'm not pushing it. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm showing you opportunities and how to find these turnovers, neighborhoods that have high rates of turnover. So um, we do know that it does work. So we're going to do that by using our RPR today. And I'm going to show you step for step. But I got a couple of things here first. So calculating the turnover rate. So here's the deal. We know that it works. It helps you build name recognition in that neighborhood. It helps create consistency. And over time, people start to associate you with that neighborhood. But not every neighborhood is worth farming. So that's what we're going to do today is to try and figure out what neighborhoods are worth farming and what aren't. The key is to finding ones that actually have movement, and that's where your turnover rate comes in. So, what does all this look like? Let me go back. I jumped too many slides forward. So, what it does is turnover rate simply tells you the percentage of homes that turn over from year to year. And let's just say a neighborhood has 500 homes that you want to look at. 30 of them sell. Well, if you divide 30 by 500, that gives you a 6% turnover rate. And that's a very, very solid turnover rate. It means that people are moving, listings are happening, and that's what kind of area you want to be in for consistent business to stay in front of them. Why does it matter? Well, it creates opportunities. Sorry, I'm dying here. Creates opportunities with new sellers. Maybe helps you find some FISBOs, and it also can help you with expired listings. It also shows you that you're the neighborhood expert. You're that go-to neighborhood realtor. And you need to find a neighborhood that is affordable to you so that you can reach out to them at a minimum of 12 times a year. And I suggest finding one nearby you or a neighborhood that you frequent, something near a coffee shop you go to frequently or hang out in, things like that. So, what's a good turnover rate? Well, average is 4 to 6%. That's good, steady business. If you find a strong neighborhood, which has that rate of 6 to 8%, I would justify farming that neighborhood all day long. And if you find that neighborhood that has exceptional 8 to 10% or higher, woo, that's your gold mine. That's the neighborhood you need to really work and invest in. I would probably jump from that 12 times to maybe 16 times, 18 times, or even 24 times. So that's up to you, but that's your go-to neighborhood, and that's what you're looking for. So if you have a neighborhood that's 2 or 3%, that's probably long-term owners. That's a great community, but there's just not much movement. So we're at that time of year where you're probably looking at what kind of marketing should I be doing in my business plan and all of that. Well, that's why I'm showing you this so that you can kind of make a smart business decision. If you're already farming some of these neighborhoods, now is a good time to go back and recheck to see, hey, do I need to refocus here because this really isn't turning over? I'm just doing a neighborhood just to get my name out there. What's more responsible, cost effective for you? So how do you calculate this? Right here, I have put on a little graph. You take the number of sales over 12 months, divide by the number of homes in the area, and that gives you your turnover rate. I actually am going to include a spreadsheet for you, and here's what that looks like. Hopefully that shows up. There you go. So you can really dial in here, and this will do the math for you. I'm going to come back and show you how to use this. The other thing is you can really do a deep dive. I included a YouTube clip that RPR really gives us. It's like 8-9 minutes long, and it even goes into greater detail on the RPR and how to use that. But I'm going to show you the high points of that as well. So I'm going to do the show and tell part here. So hang on. All right. So diving into RPR. Why am I using RPR? Well, you're already paying for it. It comes with your Northstar MLS access. Where is it? It's under Tools. You're going to go to RPR. And once you click here, it's going to open up. Oh, sorry, I got stuff popping up all over the place. It's going to open up to a screen that looks like this. Now, I want you to use a map. So you're actually going to go up here to address and type in an address. I'm going to use my own home address as an example. And I'm going to go to map. And right away, once I move this stuff, you can see here pulled up my neighborhood. But I want to pan out a little bit. I'm going to use the gadgets over here, the plus and minus for the area, and do it that way. Okay. I'm going to come back to that. I also want to show you, you can also do this just by typing in the city that you want to be in. Oops, too many results. I got too many things open here, everybody. Try it one more time. Not sure why it's doing that. Well, let me go back to just my neighborhood. You're going to start in the map search, but I want to go back and I want to pan out and find a neighborhood, my neighborhood, or a neighborhood that I want to work. Okay, couple of things you can do. And this video link really breaks it down into, you can go zip code, macro neighborhoods, intermediate, minor, major. You can really dial in to areas you want to be in, or you can be old school like me, and you just want to pick a neighborhood and do the drawing. So I'm going to go over here to the draw function, pick polygon, and I'm going to pan out one more time and show you the area that I want to go for. So in my particular neighborhood, I'm going to go for this whole area. I'm going to draw. I'm going to start up here. Polygon again. I'm going to click here. Went too fast. There we go. Click, drag. I want to do this little rectangle. Now, it tells me I've got 136 acres, but I want to search this area. So now I have this all dialed in. Then I'm going to put my focus right now on homes that are in my neighborhood. So I'm going to uncheck these and I'm going to go to public record. I've got that. I'm going to click back in the orange and I'm going to search the area again. And now I have all of the homes in the area. I'm going to pan out to show you. We got all the homes in that box. And actually, this is an important number for you to know. Right up here at the top says 245 homes. I'm going to go in to that little graph, or you can write it down. I created this document for you. You can type that in and put that right here. This is going to help you figure out your farming percentage. Now I have all that. I've written this down. I've put it in my document. I want to come right back here. And now I want to come up to the status or the type. And I want to change this to for sale. I want to only check closed. I want to uncheck all of these. I want to check closed. Here's the big one. I want to include public record solds. So these are homes that never hit the market. I include this. I'm going to jump up into this box and it's automatically going to open up. And I want to go the last 12 months. So I click here. I hit apply. I'm going to go down into this box again. I'm going to search the area. So you're searching the area a couple times. And you'll see that there's 15 properties that sold in the last 12 months. I want to just sidetrack for a couple of seconds is this home right here. I've driven past it for years. I never saw a sold sign. All of a sudden I saw a moving truck. So I dove in. It never went on the MLS or anything like that. As I clicked here, what I found out was the parents sold it to the kids. And it's on the county record, so it's something that I want to be aware of. So I take this number that's up here, this 15, and I add it into my chart, and it gives me my percentage of 6.12%. So that's how you get that. I want to show you some other ways of doing this. So I'm going to kind of keep going here, and I'm going to remove the boundary. And let's say I want to target a different area. And I want to go just north of where I live and kind of target this area right here that I'm circling. So again, I'm going to draw, take my polygon. You can pick what way you want. Come down here. I'm going to collect this information. I know that this is a natural boundary. I'm just going to take this road, connect the dots. And again, search the area. I come up here and I know that there's 11 properties that have sold because I still have the sold function on. Sorry. I went for sales and closed in the last 12 months. I added them to my neighborhood. There they are. And now I'm going to go to public record, go back in here, search the area again. And I know that there's 238 properties that are in this neighborhood that I created. I'm going to add that. Oop, here we go. I'm going to correct this. $238. There we go. And it gives me my 4.62 capture or turnover rate. Now, let's say I want to do another example. So I don't know the exact neighborhood or something like that. So I just went online. I grabbed an address for a property up here in Hugo. Here it is, right? So I'm going to go to map and I want to target a certain townhome neighborhood. So I'm going to draw a map again. I'm going to take polygon and I want to go with this neighborhood to here, to here. And I'm sorry, I'm going to come down into here and just go the natural barrier here of this road. Connect the dot, search the area. So right now, everything here in orange tells me that I have got all the properties. I want to make sure my status is public record. I'm in here, search area. There's 45 properties in that orange polygon I created in that neighborhood. Add this to my sheet. I'm going to go back in, change now the status to for sale, closed only, the last 12 months, and apply. Click in the area, search again. I have 3. Let's add that into this. And there you go. I have a 6% capture or turnover rate. Any questions so far? Okay. So why I think this is important, I covered it at the front end. I think if you are considering geographical farming, go for it. Find neighborhoods that produce and that have, I would say, anywhere from 6 and above turnover rate, because those are the neighborhoods that are moving and those are the neighborhoods that you're going to get business from. Be consistent with that, and that is at least 12 times. So find neighborhoods or areas that are smaller, more affordable to you if that's your case, or maybe you want to capture a larger area. Whatever your budget is, be smart about it and use your money wisely. So focus on areas that where you live or hang out. We talked about that. Don't expect instant results. Farming is a long game, but it's one that if over time has that compounding huge success. So keep that. And then if you are farming and you're watching this, go back into that neighborhood you're farming and see if it changes or if it has changed from the last time you did it. Because if that turnover drops, you need to redo your neighborhood. You need to refocus on neighborhoods that are turning over so that you actually are winning. So any questions? Okay. Well, when you know your market data, you're building your business, not by chance, but by design. So keep that in mind. And I hope that you found this helpful. And if you need any assistance, help going over this, or want me to slow it down, just reach out to me. I would gladly share my time with you and help you out. So hopefully you find this helpful and have a great week.
Thanks, Nate.